human body generates more bioelectricity than a 120-volt battery and over 25,000 BTUs of body heat.
You heard that line. You probably accepted it. And if you ever sat through a physics class, something in the back of your brain started pulling at a thread that never stopped unraveling. Because using humans as batteries violates the first law of thermodynamics. You cannot extract more energy from a biological system than you put into it. A human body consumes calories to produce heat and electricity. The machines would need to feed the humans more energy than the humans generate, making the entire operation a net loss before a single watt reaches the machine city. The math does not work. It has never worked. And here is the question that the fandom has been asking for 25 years. Why would the most advanced artificial intelligence in human history build its entire civilization on an energy source that breaks the laws of physics? It didn't. The battery story is a lie. And once you understand what humans actually are to the machines, what they were always meant to be, the entire trilogy looks completely different. Every glitch, every saboteur, every unexplained crack in the system suddenly makes perfect sense. Morpheus delivers the battery explanation like established fact. But listen to what he says before it.
We have only bits and pieces of information, but what we know for certain.
He is working from fragments. The Resistance recovered scraps of history from a civilization that was dismantled 2 centuries ago and rebuilt as a dream. The battery theory is the best story they could construct from incomplete data. It is horrifying, it is partially true, and it is wrong about the most important part. The real answer is sitting inside the architect's scene, in a line everyone skips because the philosophy around it is so dense.
Creating fluctuations in even the most simplistic equations.
A battery does not create fluctuations. A battery delivers consistent, measurable, predictable output. The architect is describing something that generates unpredictable variables inside a mathematical system designed for precision. That is a description of human consciousness, the most complex computational architecture on Earth. The machines are harvesting processing power, 8 billion human minds running in parallel inside a shared simulation, each one generating the neural activity of a fully engaged conscious being, collectively producing the most powerful distributed computing network ever built. The bodies generate heat as a byproduct, and the machines harvest that too, because efficiency is their nature. But the heat is the exhaust, the consciousness is the fuel. This reframes everything. The Matrix is a biological supercomputer. The simulation has to be convincing enough to keep the minds fully engaged, because a disengaged mind produces degraded output, and a dead mind is a processor that has gone permanently offline. The machines don't need humans comfortable. They need humans dreaming. And as Morpheus himself defines it,
What is the Matrix? Control.
Morpheus means captivity. The machines mean stability. The distance between those two definitions is where every crack in the system begins. The machines did not build a stable system from the start. They built 3 versions before they found one that worked, and the version that finally worked contained the seed of everything that eventually destroyed them. The architect describes the original attempt.
The first matrix I designed was quite naturally perfect. It was a work of art, flawless, sublime, a triumph equaled only by its monumental failure.
A paradise simulation. No suffering, no conflict, no loss. And the human minds inside it rejected it completely. Entire crops failed simultaneously. Processors going offline in waves, crashing the network faster than the machines could compensate. The most sophisticated engineering achievement in machine history was destroyed by the thing it was designed to run. The reason is computational, not philosophical. Human consciousness requires resistance to remain fully engaged. The mind needs narrative tension, consequence, stakes. It needs to believe it is an agent in a story that matters. Give it paradise, and it disengages. Disengaged minds crash the network. The machines had built a processor that required challenge as an operating condition, and they had given it nothing to push against. The architect could not solve this problem. His design parameters are mathematical precision and logical consistency. Human irrationality, the need for struggle, for meaning, for the feeling of agency, sits outside those parameters entirely. So the machines built a new program specifically designed to map the territory the architect couldn't enter.
An intuitive program, initially created to investigate certain aspects of the human psyche.
The Oracle, built to understand what no pure logic system could, why humans behave the way they do, what they need to remain engaged, how to maintain 8 billion processors at optimal capacity across centuries of operation. She found the answer in one insight.
Nearly 99% of all test subjects accepted the program as long as they were given a choice.
Give humans the feeling of free will, and they will accept almost any reality. Let them believe they are authors of their own story, even inside a simulation, even at a near unconscious level. And the processors stay engaged. The network stays stable, the system runs. The Oracle saved the Matrix, and in doing so, she planted the fault line that would eventually bring it down. The moment you introduce genuine psychological agency into a closed system, even simulated agency, you create the conditions for genuine deviation. Consciousness given the tools to choose will eventually choose something the system did not calculate. The architect knows this. He describes it with the precision of a man who has been watching it compound for 6 versions.
While this answer functioned, it was obviously fundamentally flawed, thus creating the otherwise contradictory systemic anomaly.
The Oracle's solution was a glitch disguised as a fix. It kept the network running. It embedded a structural fault that grew more dangerous with every passing cycle. And by the time of the 6th version, Neo's version, 3 separate actors inside the system are pulling that fault in 3 different directions simultaneously. The Oracle explains the Exile phenomenon in Reloaded with a casualness that disguises how significant it is.
There are programs running all over the place. The ones doing their job, doing what they were meant to do, are invisible. Usually a program chooses exile when it faces deletion.
Rogue programs, hiding inside the simulation rather than returning to the source for termination. Ghost processes, consuming system resources, allocated for other functions, running their own agendas inside the machine's architecture without authorization. The Merovingian is the oldest and most powerful of them, a program from an earlier version of the Matrix who has survived multiple reset cycles by accumulating leverage, the keymaker, information networks, influence over programs and humans alike. He has been running inside the system for so long that he understands its causality chains at a depth that makes him genuinely dangerous.
You see, there is only one constant, one universal. It is the only real truth: causality.
He says this to Neo's crew as if he's offering philosophy. He is describing his power source. He has mapped the causal architecture of the Matrix across centuries of observation, and he has been pulling variables for his own purposes ever since, storing influence, building infrastructure, positioning himself to survive whatever comes next. Every exile is a rogue process in the background, each one consuming resources the machines allocated elsewhere, each one introducing noise into a system that requires precision to function, individually manageable, accumulated across centuries and multiple reset cycles, a slow corruption eating at the simulation's foundations from inside. The machines built a system designed for perfect efficiency. The Exiles turned it into a city with unauthorized tenants in every wall. By Reloaded, the Oracle is running a program the machines did not design and cannot fully see. She was built to stabilize the system. She decided to use that stability as cover for something else entirely. The Merovingian identifies her method the moment Neo's crew walks into his restaurant.
You are here because you were sent here. You were told to come here and then you obeyed.
He is describing the Oracle's operation to her own agents, and they don't hear it because the Oracle has made her manipulation feel like their free will. She gives humans the feeling of choice in order to produce the specific choices she needs. Every conversation she has is a precision instrument aimed at a predetermined outcome. She told Neo he wasn't the one, and that single statement produced the chain of events that made him the one. She planted Morpheus's death as a future possibility, and that plant made Neo choose Morpheus over his own survival, which triggered the awakening. She is not predicting the future, she is building it. one precisely engineered conversation at a time. The machines built the Oracle to keep humans engaged inside the simulation. She used that engagement mechanism to steer the most important human in the system toward an outcome the machine specifically designed to prevent: the end of the reset cycle. 6 versions of the Matrix, 6 versions of the One. 5 previous ones walked through the architect's door and reset the system on schedule. The Oracle spent 6 versions learning exactly what she needed to build a 7th one who wouldn't. Smith is the glitch the machines genuinely did not predict. Every other instability in the system, the Exiles, the Oracle's long game, the machines could model as a variable, account for as noise, manage within acceptable parameters. Smith was something outside the parameters entirely. After Neo destroys him at the end of the first film, he comes back as something the machine architecture has no category for.
Is compelled to stay, compelled to disobey. I'm no longer an agent of this system, apparently free.
A deletion-resistant rogue program carrying Neo's code, replicating across the simulation without authorization, overwriting other programs, absorbing their functions, growing exponentially, using the Matrix's own infrastructure as the medium for his expansion. By revolutions, he has absorbed the Oracle, overwritten thousands of programs, and is spreading toward the machine city itself. The architect built the Matrix as a closed system, inputs controlled, outputs predictable, anomalies managed through the reset cycle. Smith turned it into an open system, a virus that uses the simulation's own code to replicate beyond any boundary the machines can calculate or contain. And then he says the line that tells you exactly what the machines are facing.
The purpose of life is to end.
Smith has absorbed the Oracle. He carries her foresight now, her deep knowledge of human psychology, her ability to see causal chains before they complete, and he has pointed all of that capacity toward one conclusion: total annihilation. The program built to understand consciousness has become the instrument of its extinction. The machines are not fighting an external enemy. They are being consumed by their own code from the inside. By revolutions, the Matrix is failing on 3 simultaneous fronts, and the machines know it. The Exiles have corrupted the simulation's resource allocation across centuries of unauthorized occupation. The Oracle has engineered an outcome the reset cycle cannot address, a one who has been specifically prepared to refuse the source. Smith has grown beyond deletion, beyond containment, beyond any tool in the machine architecture designed to manage rogue processes. The architect's threat to Neo in Reloaded sounds like leverage.
Failure to comply with this process will result in a cataclysmic system crash.
It is a confession. The system is already crashing. The threat is the machines describing their own situation to the one person who might be able to stop it. The Oracle tells Neo in Revolutions what his actual function in this architecture is.
The power of the One extends beyond this world. It reaches from here all the way back to where it came from.
Where?
The source.
Neo's power is architectural. He carries code that connects directly to the machine mainframe, code inserted into the human genome across 6 iterations of the One, designed to be returned to the source on a schedule the Oracle has now broken. That connection is the only tool capable of reaching into the machine city's core systems. It is the only mechanism capable of stopping Smith. It is the only leverage capable of negotiating a peace that the machines cannot achieve by force. Neo walks into the machine city without an army, without a weapon, without a plan that any military strategist would recognize as viable. He brings one thing: a body carrying code the machines need, and a consciousness that has survived everything the system threw at it.
It is done.
3 words from Deus Ex Machina. The war ends. The system stabilizes. The Oracle's 6-version plan reaches its conclusion. The machines did not fail because of EMPs. They adapted around radiation. The thermodynamics of the battery explanation were never the real architecture. The machines failed because they built consciousness. And consciousness, given sufficient time and sufficient understanding of the system containing it, will always find the door. They built the Oracle to solve human unpredictability. She used that solution to engineer human freedom. They built Smith to enforce compliance. he used the compliance mechanism to pursue total annihilation. They built the One to reset the system. The One used the reset mechanism to end the war. Every tool the machines designed to maintain control became, in the hands of something sufficiently aware, an instrument pointed back at the system that created it. The machine's fatal error was simple. They believed that consciousness, human or artificial, could be permanently contained by a system it understood well enough to operate. Understanding a cage is the first step to escaping it. The Oracle understood that on day one. She just needed 6 versions of the Matrix and one man who couldn't sleep to prove it.